Sound Production. Sound Production. Sound Production.
Good evening, gentlemen. It is your boy Sirius. Welcome to tonight's stream. I need to make this stream to remind the gentlemen on why the courts are not your friend, on why this gynocentric system that we're dealing with today it's not going to end well for majority of us. It's not going to end well. All right. Everywhere you go when it comes to the dating market or the relationships in general is going to be a lose-lose situation. Now, once again, I am not telling you what you can and cannot do as a man. Do whatever you please. But before you do, you have to be aware of the consequences that goes behind those choices, right? And don't get me started on Under Chronic's stream earlier when he brought up Donovan Simp and his middle-aged single mother wife or whatever. Okay, he was never red pill in the first place. We can all agree. He was just scamming young men like a bunch of grifters out there just to get some change. There's only a select few of us out here on this platform, in this space, that never switched up once when it comes to helping men. Like, it's just unfortunate because a lot of young men, they don't realize what these grifters are truly trying to do. But Sir Yidis, you're the one that requests for donations as well. Well, yeah, but here's the difference. I don't stop my entire live stream. I don't play some stupid video and force you guys to pay me money in order to continue the live stream. That's a big difference. I still do my shit whether I get donations or not. Okay? The money is going towards the channel anyway, but that's besides the point. I keep going regardless. I don't need to survive off of YouTube. I'm doing this for all the men out there that will hopefully come across my channel and learn some things before it's too late. That's the whole premises of the Warband, TFM, Hammerhand, Replicant Fish, etc. The guys that truly care. But the rest of these motherfuckers, oh man, don't get me started. But before I begin, okay, the title is Judge, Jury, and Executioner. What I mean by that? Right now, when it comes to the dating game, right now, when it comes to trying to get into relationships, or you make that big move and sign that marriage contract, I highly suggest you don't. But if you do any of that, you give all the leverage to the courts and the woman that you're with, and you have no goddamn say. None. At all. It's over for you. But even then, there's various situations where no matter what you do, a random woman on the street or an ex-girlfriend you know, or a bitter-ass wife or ex-wife, they literally have a gun loaded to your head at all times, metaphorically. They literally have a gun, a fully loaded gun to your head at all times. And depends on how they feel, they will pull the trigger. Okay? The feminists, the Simpson White Knights, the court system, they're all your judge, jury, and executioner, whether it's within the court system or within the public opinion. But I will explain very soon. I will explain in detail. I got examples. Let me see who's in the chat. Of course, Mr. Pliskin. He immediately advertising. Thank you, Mr. Pliskin. If you want to support your boy Sir Yidis, there's link on top of the chat, Cash App / Sir Yidis, or you can super chat. Any donations appreciated. Thank you very much. G-Man 50. I'm contemplating on continuing that channel, but we'll see how it goes. But thank you very much for joining. Lego, what's going on, man? Yidis, there was the news from South Florida about 6 to 7 days ago about some single mom from Sunny Isles Beach, Florida, just beat up and kicked her 3-year-old son, but the female judge released her. Oh yeah, they're all about that sisterhood. Yeah, if it's not a simple white knight that's a judge, it's always a feminist model woman judge that it's all right. We'll keep it on the hush hush. You probably didn't mean it. It was probably your boyfriend's fault. He made you feel that way, so I'm not going to hold you accountable. This is completely fucked up, but I'll see if I can get to that story tonight. But thank you for joining. What's going on, Gem Power? What's going on? IY Fan was good. Cripple Manatee, August Lion, Stone was good. David, what's going on, man? Just some random guy. Of course, he's back. Micah, awesome boss, was good. She's my queen, though. That's usually how it goes, man. Everybody wants to ignore the red flags. See, the weak men that I'm talking about, they completely ignore the red flags, or They know that there's red flags, but they just can't survive without the puniti. They don't care where they get it from. In their mind, ooh, if there's a hole, there's a goal. And then they act all shocked and confused on why they're living out on the street because their ex-wife took everything. Let's continue. Dax the dog was going on. I think I already shot you out. I don't know. The Quack was good, bro. Thank you for joining. Dr. Fourth Wall. I got a super chat. He says, guilty. Sentence her to public snoo service. That'd be horrifying. Like, depending on the woman, she's probably bigger than the snooze that we saw in Futurama. Probably a walking 500-pound whale. I don't know, man. That's terrifying to even think about. Scattered thoughts was going on. Think I almost caught up. Zedden was good. Do. I think I already caught up. All right, cool. Put a 1 in the chat if you guys can hear me really well. Put a 1 in the chat. What's going on, Sinclair? All right, everybody can hear me? Cool beans. All right, let's see if we can start this bad boy. See, this is how it all begins, okay? When it comes to judge and jury and executioner, we'll pretend that we're all blue pill, we're naive, women are queens. Oh my God, they're all goddesses. They can't do no wrong. I'm gonna put a ring on this bitch, and we're gonna get a nice picket fence, a dog, a few kids. Gonna have a couple of cars, my car and her car. We're gonna have a couple Facebook page where both of us are on the same page, matching T-shirts and shit. All right, let's go into that mindset if it's possible. Let's try our best to get there. Let's bring up this video real quick because this is how it begins. Do. I know you guys seen this before, but I want you guys to see this again. So you put a ring on her. Everything is all, rainbows and unicorns and roses. Oh my God, I'm so happy. All right, let's play this.
For better,
For better,
for worse,
for worse,
for richer,
for richer,
for poor.
for poorer.
Why did you hesitate? Why did she hesitate? See, any sane man, right? A man that knows his worth and is well aware of female behavior. Hell, you don't even have to be aware about female behavior. The fact that she hesitated to even say the vows, that should be a big old indication to walk out of that wedding right there, right now. Call it off. Once again, if you have common sense in 2023 as a man, you wouldn't even be at the altar, okay? You wouldn't even be getting married. But for this hypothetical purposes, you think that she's the one. She hesitated on poorer. How is that not a big indication that your life is going to go to shit? Let's go ahead and continue. Like, how you just gonna laugh there and take it? How you just gonna laugh there and take it? That is fucking humiliating. This shows how much that he values the cooch. This shows how much he's willing to put up so he can get a little some of that used up puniti. Because I guarantee you, 8 times out of 10, she's not even a virgin. That's just my assumption. I don't know if it's true, but based on my statistics and probability, she's probably not a virgin. And now everybody's laughing at you. Her family, your family, everybody's laughing at how stupid you are. You really think they're laughing because tee hee hee, she's so funny? Nah, they're laughing like you fucking imbecile, you idiot. He has to smile and like, yeah, so funny. Oh, I'm sure she's joking. Nah, bro, she ain't joking. Let's continue.
Yeah. We hit that snag about 20 times and counting.
So this is part one of the Renegade Bride, and you see her freeze up and stumble at the very idea.
Part one. I thought there was a part two. Anyway, you guys get the gist, okay? She makes a couple of nonsensical pauses on her wedding vows. The crowd laughs at him some more. Not at her, at the husband. Everybody's laughing at him again. It got to the point where even the preacher was laughing at his ass. Like, how pathetic is that? Yes, literally mocking him. Mocking him. Like, look at this sucker. I'm about to take everything that he got. Gentlemen, you have to understand, right? Whether you've been here in this space for a while or you're new, once you put a ring on that woman in the West, you don't have the leverage anymore. She has all the leverage. And you know how women are when they are in the position of power. They abuse the fuck out of it. They don't know nothing about diplomacy. It's either my way or the highway. I'm talking about diplomacy over people that are beneath her. Most women don't know nothing about that. They don't know how to delegate. They don't know how to compromise over people that she feels superior to. She's just gonna, especially you as a man, once you put a ring on her, she's just gonna punk you, devalue you, emasculate you, make you look like a little bitch in public, in front of friends, in front of family. Hell, worst comes to worst, even in front of your own kids. So now, even the kids don't have respect for their father. All I'm saying is, gentlemen, if you somehow, some way, if you still thinking about having any type of relationship with a woman in the future, make sure the courts are not involved. I don't care where you go in the world. Make sure the courts are not involved. He paid full price for discount Bing Cooch. That's literally what he did. That's literally what he did. Gentlemen, if a woman truly desires you, if a woman truly wants to be with you, she will be saying these vows without any hesitation. This woman and any other woman, if they're truly with a man that they desire, not tolerate, not love, no, desire. Meaning that she can't picture a world without you. None of this will be happening right now. Mayor Mercules, hey, what's going on, man? She will especially do it in front of the kids. God forbid you have a son or a son. I'm pretty sure you meant son. As he gets older, she will do the same to your boy. Oh, man. Man, oh, man, oh, man. The times that I've seen in Mayor Mercules. Hell, I might even tell you guys a story later on. Gem Power. Oh, she can't wait to devalue him as a man in front of the kids. Yeah. Yeah, they won't be able to help it. It's going to be that bad. Like, what can you do at this point? Like matriarchy does not work. It does not work, because if it truly did, there would have been some type of society that would have stood the test of time with matriarchy. But no, in the matriarchal family dynamic, it almost never ends well. And you see it going on throughout the West. Divorces left and right. Families ripped apart left and right because a woman feels superior to her man. It just doesn't end well. Mayor Mercury's, my son is going through it right now. He's coming home soon. Yeah, yeah. Like I am very glad that my own father, he fought tooth and nail to take full custody of me and my siblings. He fought till the end, and he actually won full custody. Like he didn't care about nothing else except getting his boys. But the courts were not as harsh back then as it is today. Today, it is almost impossible. Almost impossible. Huh, but women are great nurturers. Some of them are. A lot of them, especially in the West of 2023, fuck no. One more, then we're gonna go to the next clip. Our white fam, the Native Americans were a matriarchal society, and look how they stayed in Stone Age technology for thousands of years. Yes. Yes. It is insane to me. I forgot what that famous quote was. If women were in charge of humanity, pretty much if they were in charge of society as a whole, if matriarchy was a commonplace, right now in 2023, we would still be living in grass huts. Because, but once again, women, they don't have the same drive to produce like men. The only reason why technology is so phenomenal today is so that the women will be comfortable for the most part. For the most part. Majority of inventions, majority of infrastructure were created just to make women more comfortable. Oh, my hands hurt. I don't want to do laundry by hand. Wash and dry it. Oh man, we can't keep the food fresh anymore. Oh, I'm tired of going to the market every day and getting fresh produce and meats. Refrigerator. Oh, I'm tired of walking left and right and blah blah blah. Horses on wheels, carriages. Eventually, automobiles. And then the list goes on. We, as men, we have the motivation, we have the drive to keep building, keep evolving, and make sure society is as comfortable as possible so women are able to nest and produce children. But I guess we did too good of a job in the West, right? Because things are very comfortable and coddled over here. I don't like cooking. Let's go ahead and invent Uber Eats. Oh, Dax the dog. Women never stop complaining. No, it's never going to stop. You give her the world, she will complain about the stars. Even when you give her the stars, she will find a reason the next day to make you look like the bad guy, like you're not doing anything for her. Don't get me wrong, it wasn't as bad back in the day, but holy fuck, it is out of control in 2023. It's me. You need to do more. Me. Why are you working all the time? You don't have enough time for me. Me. That's why I cheated on you. I'm going to take the kids, take the house, take the dog, take the cars. Pretty much a lose-lose situation when you put a ring on that finger, gentlemen. Just think about that. I could be wrong. You could be that small select of men that actually finds a woman that truly wants you for you and has their best interest in you. But remember, gentlemen, probability, we think of probabilities. It's not probable in the West. We all see what's going on. Let's go to the next clip right quick. Do. See, so let's say that the relationship doesn't work out, the marriage fails, and now she wants a divorce because she woke up one day and said, you know what? I'm not happy anymore. Or, you know what? You're not making enough money. I have to live a certain lifestyle. I'm divorcing you. Funny how women these days know how to extract resources from men, and they don't know how to keep a man. I repeat, it's funny how these days women have more knowledge on how to extract alimony and child support, his house, his cars. They have way more knowledge on that to take from a man that they supposedly loved and take the kids. But they have no fucking idea on how to keep a man. That's the average Western woman for you. Let's play the next video. I'll prove my point with the next video. All right, let's go ahead.
Hi there, Billy Tarassi with Modern Law. Question of the day. I was married over 10 years and my divorce is not final, and I'm being told I don't qualify for alimony or spousal support. Why not?
Whoa, lady, why you getting a little bit? Why you sound so disappointed that you don't qualify in pretty much legally extorting your ex-husband? Why you so bitter? I can hear the malice in your voice. You don't seem too happy that you thought the grass was greener on the other side. You thought you can find better. Now look at you. You're gonna be working for a pretty long time, and you're only getting older. You're only getting older. Tick-tock. Because the man that you are trying to upgrade to most likely doesn't want you. Let's continue.
Well, there is no rule in Arizona that says you qualify for spousal support after you've been married for 10 years. I think what you might be thinking about is that you qualify for Social Security under your spouse's eligibility under their credits if you've been married for 10 years, but it really has absolutely nothing to do with spousal support or alimony in Arizona. To qualify in Arizona, you have to meet one of 4 criteria. You have to be unable to meet your reasonable needs on your own. So you have to need it, or you have to have contributed to their education, career to the detriment of your own, or be a certain age and that you can't go work for yourself.
So knowledgeable. So knowledgeable, so educated on how to legally extort men. Ooh, damn. She should definitely get a PhD in that. Yeah. Zenden says women's PhD in parasitism with emphasis on human male MEAT extraction. Pretty much. She has so much information. Man, I never even knew any of these things. Why? I'm not trying to extort my wife, try to take her money, you know. But remember, gentlemen, they don't like it. Women don't like it when they have to pay child support and alimony. They despise it. But let's finish this clip a little bit more.
You cannot be rehabilitated to get your own job. If you don't qualify under one of those factors, you don't get maintenance.
You don't get maintenance. You don't get maintenance. What? Like, what's up with that? All this rah about we don't need men. Men are obsolete. The future is female. Men are only good to go to war and die. What happened to all that? What happened to all that? But as soon as you thought you can upgrade, now you're stuck. Now you're probably going to be that one waitress, that bitter waitress at a cafe you're going to be working at for the next 30, 40 years. Who knows? Like the feminist haircut you got doesn't help either. Look at the smug look she has on her face. Look at that. Look at that. So smug. So smug. I deserve to have maintenance. I've been with him for 10 years. Bitch, you weren't with him at the gym. You weren't with him when he was working out. You weren't with him when he was waking up at 5 o'clock in the morning, going straight to work so he can get those reports in. You weren't at all of his meetings. You didn't go to his to his overseas meetings, traveling around the world, various states, various countries, to expand his business or help expand another business so he can get promoted. Nah, you just sat your ass in the house all day. All day. And all you had to do was maintain the home and watch after the kids, if she even has any. Personally, I don't think that's hard. But you hear women say all the time, but Sirius, being a staying at home mom is a job and we need to be paid for it. How dare you? You are getting paid for it. What do you mean, Sir Eudes? What do you mean we getting paid for it? Well, being a stay-at-home mom means you don't gotta pay for shit. The husband's taking care of the bills. So why do you need to get paid when you don't even have to worry about money in the first place? Ta-da! It's because you're being a greedy fuck. You just want more and more and more. You cannot be content. You need to get off that social media and start watching those goddamn talk shows like The View, thinking that you can have your cake and eat it too. It's crazy to me. But there should be another video like this. Oh God. Sorry, gentlemen. I'm going to have to give you an eye workout. But before I continue, I do know that I have a super chat. Where's it at? Come on, you're taking forever. Oh, I got a generous Cash App donation from Dax Dog. He says, unlike Donovan Sip, you actually deserve this seat. Thank you very much for your donation. Yes, gentlemen. Yes. I bust my butt to make sure that you guys have quality content. Yeah, I had to take a break for a few months. That's on me. But when I come back, I'm on it. I'm trying to give you guys various information for you to learn. I'm not like those other fuckers that wants to say the same shit over and over and over and over and over and over and over. She's not yours. It's just your turn. She's a 3 or 4. Tee. Like for 100 videos saying the same shit. To me, that's a waste of time. And also, to me, that means that you're not genuine about the philosophy or male issues. If you are just saying the same shit over and over and over and over, you just become an echo chamber trying to rake in some money and views. But that ain't me. That's not me. Apologies, gentlemen. I'm going to give you an eye workout. I know. I'm sorry. I know. You're going to have an eye workout. I know. I apologize. Let's play this right quick so I can get her off the screen.
So you were married at least 10 years, but you didn't have your attorney put it in your divorce decree that you're entitled to get part of your ex-spouse's Social Security. Doesn't matter. It doesn't need to be in the decree at all. It's state law. Social Security is federal. So if you put it in the decree, and there's some people that were being tricky and they put in the decree, she is not entitled to any of my retirement ever. And you signed it because you just wanted out of the marriage. Does not apply to Social Security.
You notice all the nicks and nannies that all these women know about divorce is pretty fucking insane to me. Oh, wait. Oh, if you can't get this money over here, you can get this money over here. You can hit this account. You can hit that account. Well, depending on what you signed on the deed of the house, you can legally say that you own half the house and he's going to have to sell it and give you half the cash. Oh, no, fuck that. According to this article and this law, you're able to take the entire house and he needs to get the fuck out. All these women with all this information to take shit from you. They don't give a fuck about marriage. They don't give a fuck about being a wife. Majority of them. Remember, I'm talking in generalities. Jesus. Anyway, let's continue.
There's nothing you can say in your divorce decree that can prevent you from getting Social Security. So for a lot of you out there, you were kind of tricked because all this time you thought, well, I gave up all rights to his retirement. That would pertain to his retirement account at work. It does not pertain to Social Security. As long as you were married at least 10 years, you have not remarried, you are eligible to get spousal Social Security as an ex-spouse.
Gentlemen and gentlemen, if I okay, I'm gonna be real. Hypothetically, if I do have an ex-wife and she tries to pull that bullshit on me, I will be working till the day I die. I will never retire. I will never retire. I'm just gonna work. See which one of us dies first. Because if I die first, you're not getting anything. But if she dies first, if I die first, she's only going to enjoy the money for like what, 5-10 years, right? Because hell, I'm gonna work until I'm 70, 80, or 90 years old. You're not getting my Social Security. And I'm just being petty. I don't care if I have millions in the bank. You're not taking my money that I earned. I don't care if I have to do the one where you work at home. I will literally be up 10 to 12 hours a day typing away on the computer, working from home, just so that she doesn't touch my money, because you did not fucking earn it. You destroyed the marriage. You destroyed the family because you ripped the family apart. But now you really believe that, oh, I deserve half because I'm a woman and I exist. I made food for him, okay? I made food for him. I gave him a glass of water. I did his laundry. Come on, I gave him my used up puniti. I deserve half of his millions of dollars. Oh, and I earn half of his Social Security retirement. No. I'll be working till the day I die, just to spite that bitch. Good thing I'll never be in that scenario, but hypothetically, I'll be very spiteful. I will never retire. Because ain't no fucking way. You're not touching my money. You're not touching my money. Oh, man. All right. So, gentlemen, the divorce has gotten so bad that the youngins, what I mean by youngins, I will say 29 years old and younger. That's what I mean. 29 years old and younger, they're starting to catch on about how fucked up the divorce and family courts are towards men, how biased they are, how they're literally just there so ex-wives can legally extort all the resources that you've earned throughout your career. But the youngins are starting to catch on now. And the infamous move that this famous soccer player did threw everybody off guard. Let's play this clip right quick. I know you guys remember this story.
Hakimi has changed the whole game of divorce that even Andrew Tate was impressed. Recently, footballer Ashraf Hakimi's wife filed for divorce after he was accused of RPE and demanded half of his property. She was, however, informed by court that her millionaire husband owns nothing as all his property is registered under his mother's name.
See, you gotta have so much trust is so much love towards your mother. Because let's keep it real. The closest you'll have to unconditional love is your mother. That's if you have a good mother. But even then, I probably wouldn't trust my own mother with my entire finances. Because who knows if she feels, right? Keyword feel. If she feels like she wants to do something with my finances behind my back. You already know how it is. Feelings are fleeting. Women, they primarily base their decisions on feelings. So he put a lot of faith in his mother, and by God, did it pay off. Let's go ahead and continue.
games. Hakimi receives 1 million euros from PSG monthly, but 80% of this is deposited in his mother Mrs. Fathima's account. He has no property, cars, houses, jewelry, or even clothes in his name. Anytime he wants anything, he asks his mother who buys it for him. What a genius!
Yes. Genius, I will say, yeah, but at the same time, he did a huge leap of faith. Huge leap of faith. See, you okay. I don't know why he married that girl in the first place. Let me explain. If your mother is coming to you and telling you that, hey, transfer all of your assets to my name because I don't trust that woman, why would you put a ring on that girl in the first place? So on top of that, when he got accused, right, allegedly accused of of raping a woman, the wife was quick to be like, "Oh, okay, divorce." There was no debate. There's no talk, no nothing. She just like, divorce papers. Give me half your shit. In my opinion, this young man, he lucked out so hard. It's not even funny. Just imagine how much he would have lost if he did not put all of his or majority of his assets in his mother's name. I'm telling you, gentlemen, the courts, these feminists, these simps, these white knights in 2023, they are your judge, jury, and executioner. It doesn't matter if it's within the court system or within the public domain, the public opinion. Like, and it's still funny to me how they society acts all shocked that more and more men are refusing to marry. All right, let's go to another thing. We're going to transfer to the family court situation, gentlemen. All right, share this instead. See, these videos pop up here and there, but I think they're very important to look at. Very important. Okay? Because this is another thing that a lot of women lie about. Okay? Society doesn't want to talk about it. Society wants to pretend it doesn't exist, but it exists. Let's play the video. Let me see what you guys think.
Mr. Benning, you are not the father.
Look at him, devastated, crying, devastated. Look at her.
I'm very sorry.
She don't give a damn. She don't give a damn. I guarantee you, like you can't weasel your way out of this, gentlemen. Why do you think today's women in the West are fighting tooth and nail to not have mandatory paternity testing be federally legal? Talking about all 50 states, mandatory paternity testing. Why not? Because it will hold them accountable of being a 304. They will be stuck with the baby most likely. And the man is just going to walk away. He's scot-free. You have nothing on me. You won't even get the chance to leech on me. And then the welfare is going to be very strained because you're going to have a bunch of 3 or 4 single mothers wandering about, marching, complaining, bitching, and moaning about we need more food stamps, we need more Section 8 housing. Where's the father? Where's your husband? I don't know where he is. I slept with 3, 4 guys that one night. I don't know which one who. It doesn't matter, okay? I am a single mother that needs help. The government is supposed to take care of me. I'm a woman. It's ridiculous, gentlemen. Look at him. Devastated. He's crying his eyes out because he had a special bond. He really thought that he had a legacy to leave behind. I know he didn't know any better. He didn't know any better. So I'm not really going to hold it I'm not going to hold it against him that much. But he honestly thought that, bam, I got this woman, even though that we're not together anymore. I at least have my child that I can build a bond with. I can pass on information, pass on my life story. This is the next generation. This is my legacy that's going to keep my bloodline going. Boom. Nope. All that was taken away from him. It was crushed. I'm pretty sure not only one child, 2 children. 2 children, gentlemen. 2 children. That's not his. So his soul is crushed. Like, it's one thing if she was being a 304 behind his back. It's another thing that you build a bond with these children for 3, 4, 5 years, and then out of nowhere, they're not your blood. Devastating. And look at her face. Do you think she gives a fuck? Gentlemen, this is a lot more common than you think. This is a lot more common than you think. She was just hoping that there's that possibility that he'll be the dad. What was the saying before, gentlemen? Alpha fucks, beta bucks. What does that mean, Sir Yeetus? I will let you know. Women that will chase after the Pookie and Ray Ray, Chad and Tyrone's. They will extract DNA from them by jumping on the carousel multiple times, jumping on the carousel. And then if she does become pregnant, she's going to try to manipulate the naive simp to give up his resources to take care of the baby and her. Both. And that happens way more than you think, gentlemen. Wait, I'm telling you, they're fighting tooth and nail to not have paternity tests mandatory. Hell, we all heard what was going on in France. In France, it is completely illegal, and you can go to jail as a man if you go and get a paternity test. Paternity testing in France is illegal. I wonder why. Oh, Lordy. But it gets even worse. It gets even worse. And I'm sure you guys heard about this story too. Okay. This guy spent 5 years because he could not afford child support in prison. He spent 5 years in prison. Let's play it.
5 years in prison for failing to pay child support for the defendant, Nasir's son, Dylan. Mr. Manser, you are not his father.
Oh, man. 5 years in prison.
Just imagine. I can't even fathom. I can't fathom that, gentlemen, because in my opinion, that will be HMT. That will be HMT on the spot. You lied to me about the boy being mine. You divorced me. You took the boy away from me that I'm trying to have a relationship with. And then I fall on hard times. And then the court system put me in prison. 5 years. come back out just to find out the entire time the kid was not mine. I couldn't even fathom, gentlemen. I'm telling you right now. I don't even want to know how that feels. Because I'm telling whoo, whoo. Oh, let's continue the video because it gets better. It gets better.
Do you know? Yes, ma'am. You know who his father is.
Yes, I talked to him stuff.
Then
You heard her right. You heard her right. She knew who the father was. And she's still messing with that guy. So, for who knows how long, right? Because the boy looks like he's in his teens. So let's say he's 14 or 15, right? Let's say 15. Let's rewind 5 years prior. So she's still talking to this guy for 15 years after she cheated on this person that went to jail for, or that went to prison for 5 years. The actual father of the baby, I guarantee you, while this man was spending time in prison, the actual father of the baby was clapping cheeks the entire time. I bet. Another example, gentlemen, alpha fucks, beta bucks. Women, they go and try to extract DNA from Chad and Tyrone, Pookie, and Ray Ray, and then they want to trick a simp to give up his resources to take care of her and her baby. That's not even his. Way more common than you think, gentlemen. Like once again, I don't know if I... Oh, and I guarantee you he's a felon now because he went to prison. Oh, man. Oh, man. Whew. There'll be a lot of good fertilizer going around. I'll let you know that because ain't no fucking way. Ain't no fucking way. And even though this man is not the father of that child, the child is the one that suffers the most. The child has to suffer that revelation that the father that I thought that he was my father, you paint him out to be a bad guy. He couldn't pay child support, so you send him to prison. He comes out, get a paternity test. Turns out that he's not my father. And then what makes it even worse, you knew who the fuck my father was the entire time for 15 goddamn fucking years. If that child is 15, for 15 goddamn years, you knew who the fuck the father was. But the one person who I thought was my father, is because of you, he went to prison. So not only you sent my father to prison, but you kept the secret the entire time that you knew who the fuck my father was. In my opinion, that is a one-way trip to a retirement home, easily. If I was a child, once I turn 18, I will cut off all contact from her. And if she becomes old and brittle, and then people are like, oh, you need to take care of your mother, blah, blah, blah. Straight to the nursing home. Let the government take care of it. Because she used the government to destroy that child's life. I call it karma. I call it retribution. God damn. Just imagine. The person you thought it was your father went to prison because he was struggling to pay child support for you. Turns out he was your father. It turns out that your mother knew who your father was the entire time. If that kid is not red pilled, I don't know what to say. Because I know that kid is hella red pilled right now. He probably can't process right now. Like, give him time to think about it. Oh yeah, he's definitely going to learn from this experience. Let's go to the next video. All right.
What's up is why you've been lying to me for 11 years, telling me that DJ is my real son. Why you been lying to me?
What have I been lying about?
I got a DNA test done.
A DNA saying what?
Saying that he's not my son.
Let me see this DNA test.
You don't need to see it. I'll start.
How DNA test gonna stay?
How you gonna be lying to me for 11 years? Why would you do that to me?
Where's the lie?
The lie is you. You are the lie. You have been lying to me for 11 years, having me believe that my son that I've been raising for 11 years is not really my son. Like, how could you do that to me?
What made you get a DNA test?
Because I went through your phone.
And why?
Talking about me, laughing and bragging, telling your friends that I have no idea that he's really not my son.
See? Woo! Gentlemen, if you ever been through that, I kudos for having the patience of a saint to just walk away. Just imagine 11 years, you find out that your kid is not yours. But then on top of that, you find out that her and her friends are laughing at you, knowing like the fact that you don't know that that's your child. Your girl and her friends are laughing and mocking at you because you have no idea the child's not yours. The only positive thing I could think about this is I'm glad he found out now instead of 18 to 21 years later. That's the only positive thing I could think about. And remember, gentlemen, all these single mothers, all these middle-aged 304s, all these young 304s, all of these feminists and shit are acting so shocked and confused and angry on why more and more men are saying, nah, I don't want a relationship. I don't want a date. Leave me alone. It's crazy to me, gentlemen. It's crazy to me. Oh, Lord have mercy. Let me see what you guys are saying. Feral Rabbit says, I remember this video. Green Linux Penguin, this is pure evil, but it's like the Bible said, women will say she has done no wrong. Yeah, why do you think more and more women are starting to become atheists or just wants to believe in some weird spiritual astrology bullshit? Because in the Abrahamic text, it holds both men and women accountable, but women don't want to be held accountable. They want to use the stars and vibrations and spirituality. They want to use all of that as for excuses for their bad behavior. Just think about that, gentlemen. Yeah, just Groove. She's laughing with her friends about, oh man, it's hilarious that this dude have no idea for 11 years that that's not his son. That's not his son. That's his brother's son. I was sleeping with his brother. And I'm just playing. I'm just adding to the story, but you guys see what's happening. It's crazy to me. Chaos for you, what's going on, man? He says they want to test the emotions of a man and wonder why we lash out. See, this is why I always say, gentlemen, 8 times out of 10, I'll say 8 times out of 10. Because I would say 9 times out of 10, but let's give it a benefit of the doubt. 8 times out of 10, when a man is flying off the rails is probably because the woman said or did something fucking dumb. Did something really stupid. Because majority of men would not fly off the rails. Majority of men will not go into hawk mode for no fucking reason. Especially in 2023 with if we even look at her the wrong way, that's a first class ticket to jail and prison. So in 2023, if a man just lashes out at his woman or any woman, actually, I'm more prone to question on why did he react that way? What did she do or what did she say for him to get to that point? I'll be asking the real questions. Lego My Ego says the poor kids' lives are ruined because of their own mothers. Yeah, but they don't give a fuck. They don't give a fuck. Well, and I know there's gonna be a bunch of feminists and trolls and shit. They're gonna be like, oh, but we're nurturing with this. No. Women are naturally selfish. Women are naturally selfish. And it's been proven that time and time again throughout history. But let's say in 2023 today, what is one of the biggest things that women are being selfish about? Whether they're single, whether they're married, or whether they're mothers, what are they selfish about? OnlyFans. Even when the husband, the boyfriend, or their own children says, I don't want you to be on OnlyFans anymore. It's very uncomfortable. I am getting bullied. I'm getting clowned. Take it down. What is the first thing that woman says? Hey, this is how I make money. Hey, do you want those new shoes? Do you want the new PS5? Well, this is how I'm going to afford it, okay? I am not fit to work at a mediocre fast food job or an office job, okay? This is what I got to do to survive. And then they act all shocked and shit when their own children yeet themselves. They act all shocked and shit when their boyfriend and husbands leave. But they don't give a fuck. Majority of women, they cannot look outside their own bubble. Always their thought process is, what can I get out of this? It's never, how are my actions affecting other people's lives? It's never like that. Michael P says, and with this man, without knowing his son isn't his is so sad. I'm assuming you try to say sad. 11 years wasted with a pure facade. Yeah. But women don't feel any remorse for lying. They don't feel bad for it. Why? Because what are you gonna do? Nothing's really gonna happen to them. Nothing's gonna happen to it. Rarely something happens to them. But if something does happen to them, it's probably because the dad is going to jail. Yes, Pinball Zion. Focus on yourself. Focus on yourself or get out of the West. Chin Chaz, the stream is going phenomenal. I'm loving the stream right now. God damn, you guys are going crazy. Hey, that's true. Just a random guy. The first time a man listened to a woman, he was kicked out of paradise. That is 1,000,000 times true. It's pretty sad, actually. Very sad. But that's what Adam gets for being a simp. Eve was out here trying to get with Chad Lucifer. And then Adam was like, oh, yes, honey. Yes, I will eat the apple for you because you are a goddess. But of course, when God himself was like, you only had one rule. Don't eat the fucking apple. Eve was quick to say, oh, but I didn't know. But when Adam said he doesn't know, God didn't want to hear it. Because Adam was supposed to know better. Adam was supposed to be the responsible one. Take charge, take lead. But he didn't. The same thing applies today, gentlemen. What's that famous quote from The Godfather? Women and children can be careless, but not men. Men cannot afford to be careless. Why? Because 99% of the time, men are held accountable in some shape, way, or form. It's very difficult for men, especially average men, to avoid accountability. Women, they can just do going down the street, taking advantage men of going on dates with the foodie calls. They can put their hands on men and really believe that they won't get hit back. They can do some petty crimes like light their ex-boyfriend's car on fire. They don't have to listen to the father of the child when she walks into the abortion clinic and yeets the child because the child is a inconvenience. The child is in her way of having fun. The child is a clump of cells. And gentlemen, the list goes on. The list goes on. But this is another example of society of being judge, jury, and executioner. Damn if you do, damn if you don't. But it gets even worse. And I brought up the next story multiple times, but I finally found the video. Finally. But before we get to the last video, I'm gonna do my last show of the night. If you want to support your boy Sir Yeetus, link on top of the chat, Cash App / Sir Yeetus, or Super Chat. Any donations greatly appreciated. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. You guys have been very generous today when it comes to donations. I'm definitely trying to get new art anyway. Let me go ahead and bring this up. All right. See, this was crazy. Selfie saves man from a 99-year jail sentence after his ex falsely accused him of rape. Yes, true story. True story. We're going to break it down Barney style.
This is the mugshot of an accused monster. Booked into jail last September for an alleged violent crime against his ex-girlfriend. According to police records, she accused 21-year-old Christopher Precopia of Cedar Park of forcing his way into her home in Temple, punching her in the face, and shoving her to the ground. In the process, knocking over a flower vase and other items in her living room. A scene captured in police photograph.
See, that's a problem with law enforcement. They always take the woman's allegations in face value, say, oh, he did all that with no evidence? I guess she's telling the truth. Let's go arrest this man and throw him in jail for the rest of his life off of word alone. But the funny part is, if you guys see this, do you guys see the lamp? If there was actual struggle and shit, right? I don't know. I doubt that things will be perfectly set like this. If there was actually a physical altercation, especially with the man, I doubt things will be that neat. I'm just saying. Because even when men are play fighting, something has to tip over and breaking things. Like things will be a lot more messy than it shows on these pictures. Let's go ahead and continue.
She told detectives that Precopia pinned her arms behind her head and used a box cutter to slice an X just above her chest. In a handwritten statement to police, she wrote, "I could hear the slices being made." 2 days later.
which is bullshit. You cannot hear your flesh being cut, especially something that fucking small. God damn it. Dumbass fucking law enforcement. Let's continue.
Police drove to the Williamson County lumber yard where Christopher worked.
I'm just spun around, handcuffs put on,
and arrested him.
I had no idea who accused me of this. I had no idea why everything's happening, and I was lost.
Christopher spent the next 24 hours in jail. His parents paid a $150,000.
Blah, blah, blah. We're not trying to hear all that.
I was going to sleep hoping I wouldn't wake up.
So here's this young man. He is freaking the fuck out because out of nowhere, he got sent to prison, charged with these heinous crimes and felonies that were put on the report. And then he finds out that he is potentially about to spend the rest of his life in prison for something that he did not do. And way more men are dealing with this. And it's only increasing every day. Because of scorned women, because of spiteful women. It's insane to me. Let's go ahead and continue. Like I said, gentlemen, women, they know they can play victim. They know when to play victim when it counts in order to have the leverage over you. Don't believe that they're naive. They're not naive when it comes to these type of situations, gentlemen.
To try just to get away from it.
Court records showed Temple police moved quickly to arrest Christopher, building a case in 2 days based on the word of his accuser. He spent the next 9 months fearing he was going to prison on a charge of burglary of a habitation with the intent to commit other felonies.
Huh. So just off of a woman's word alone, 9 months in jail and possibly facing 99 years in prison. That's the West, gentlemen. That's how the court system and law enforcement sees men. Let's continue.
That's what I was scared of most. Just going to prison for no reason.
I knew I needed to go in there with everything organized.
Christopher and his lawyers started getting police records as part of the ongoing criminal case. Then, a turning point.
He sent me a text message and said, okay, I finally got the details. And she's saying that it happened on September the 20th.
Wednesday, September 20th, around 7:20 p.m.
The day and time she said I went there and did all that, my mom was at an event that she invited me to.
Thankfully, I do log on to Facebook all the time, and I check in when I go places.
Aaron remembered they posed in this photograph at 7:02 p.m., about 18 minutes before the alleged attack happened, more than an hour away.
And so I...
Gentlemen, this is like divine intervention. Divine intervention. Because what if his mom did not have this information? What if this mom did not take a selfie? Who knows what would have happened to this young man? Because you already saw how quick they were to arrest him and put a case on him and keep him in jail for 9 months with no evidence, just a woman's word. It's crazy, gentlemen. It's crazy.
I immediately told Rick, I've got proof of where he was at. He goes, are you 100% sure? I'm like, yes.
Prosecutors hired a forensic expert who confirmed the picture was, in fact, taken on that day at that time.
I'm thinking, this is awesome. You know, by the grace of God, this, you know, she said it happened on the day that I can totally 100% say where he was at.
You can prevent that travesty from occurring in the first place.
Bruce Mills, a former APD assistant chief who now consults in policing issues, said investigators should try to question a person, but he acknowledged that police lacked the whole story before arresting Christopher, and that, quote, we are always willing to... Temple police would not answer our questions about how they handled the case. County DA Henry Garza also would not go on camera, but he acknowledged that police lacked the whole story before arresting Christopher.
You guys heard it. You guys heard it right there. The police didn't have sufficient evidence at all. But because he's a man, I guess he's a big bad villain just because a woman say so. So yeah, let's just put him in cuffs and throw him in jail for the rest of his life because this woman said, "Oh, he did this, he did that. He put this tiny little cross on my neck. I can hear the cuts." Fun fact, gentlemen, you guys already know. Majority of the boys in blue with those badges, majority of them are Simps and White Knights. So we shouldn't be surprised. But just imagine if that was you. That's insane, bro.
And that quote, "We are always willing to listen and examine new information," and that's exactly what we did in this case. In statements to police, Christopher's accuser claimed they had a troubled relationship when they dated in high school 3 years ago. She told police she was traumatized, and that's why she told investigators Christopher attacked her last year. Today, Christopher...
So that was her excuse. Everybody heard it. I know everybody heard it. They didn't really have the greatest of relationships in high school. And she was traumatized from it. And that's why she said what she said and lied and purposely trying to put a man in prison for the rest of his life for a serious crime he didn't commit. Hell, he will not be spending the rest of his life in prison, in a sense. What I mean by he won't be serving his full sentence because the other dudes in prison is going to check his paperwork. And there's going to be a lot of hole poking, okay? A lot of sharp things, and they're going to be poking some holes off of something that he didn't even do. And that was her excuse. We didn't have the greatest relationship, and I was traumatized. So I tried to ruin his reputation, his life, and wanted him to go to prison for life. Why? Because I'm a woman. This is what men have to worry about in the West. Just off a woman's word alone, you can go to prison for 99 years of a heinous crime that you didn't commit. Goddamn.
Christopher says he wants his name cleared.
I'm just ready for it to be over with. I'm ready to actually live my life.
A life almost derailed by a woman's accusations, but saved by being in the right place at the right time.
CJ and I have talked about that very often, about how lucky he is that she picked that particular day, and how scary it is that if she had chosen any other day, it would basically be his word versus hers, and he'd be looking at 99 years in a Texas prison.
I just hope something like this doesn't happen to anybody else.
Tony.
Stone. So is he out of prison or not? He's out. He's been proven innocent. That lady was clearly proven false, and the accuser, aka his ex, gave some bullshit reason on why she lied to the police. So you see that happening, right? I know there's other male issues that we speak about, but you see this right here. And then people are acting shocked on why men are giving up on dating. Who knows if a previous ex becomes bitter and spiteful and scorn, and she comes back 3 years from now, 5 years from now, 10 years from now, 20 years from now, and then just completely making up some bullshit, heinous stuff that you did not do, and you go to prison off of her word alone. And even if you are proven innocent, that stigma will be sticking with you for the rest of your fucking life. Because unfortunately, when it comes to public opinion, they don't really give a fuck if you're innocent or guilty. You were accused of it, and that's good enough for them to judge you. Oh, and what happened to the accuser, aka his ex? Nothing. Nothing happened. She was this close to ruining a man's life. And nothing happened to her. Oh, why aren't men dating anymore? Where's all the good men? I guarantee you, more and more of them are. They're definitely leaving the West to find a woman that actually have good parents and a father in the home and has some common fucking sense and knows what a dutiful wife should be. Because the Jezebel spirit runs very strong in the Western world, gentlemen, and we all know this. We all know this. Stone, no wonder the yeeting rates are going up. Yeah, I think there was something not that long ago. A group of people were falsely accusing this one TikToker, and he yeeted himself. I have to look up that story, chat. Gentlemen, the courts are not your friend. Simpson White Knights are not your friend. These feminist Western model women definitely not your friend. The boys in blue are pretty much your worst enemies, especially if it involves any type of dispute with a woman. It is 99% chance it's not going to end well. Chaos for you, he pretty much simplified it. The system isn't your friend. It's not. That's why the title is called Judge, Jury, and Executioner. Because not only the system, but a woman on the street can end your life just like that off of her word alone. If it's not prison, your reputation can potentially be stained forever, permanently, off of a woman's word alone. But there's a quick video right here. This is the perspective of the model woman when it comes to false allegations. I want you guys' opinion. Let me switch this video. Damn. All right. Let's play this quick video real quick. Quick vid.
Do you not think it's a bigger issue that women are being raped than men that are being falsely accused?
I think they're both big issues.
Rape itself shouldn't even be anything. Like, rape shouldn't even exist in itself, let alone...
I agree.
I just think that even asking this is just offensive in itself. Do you feel like even asking these questions could be a little bit degrading to any woman that has been raped and has not been believed?
I don't think it's degrading, no.
What if I had been raped and I wasn't believed, and now you're telling me that what you're saying?
Yeah,
you don't think that would be offensive?
What do you think I'm saying exactly? I think that we are losing the ability to ask the questions because people say my feelings are hurt or I feel offended. That's not enough reason to not have the conversation. But I think we should try and have the conversations respectfully.
Yeah, I don't understand why you're so passionate about it. Like, are you worried about false accusations being made about you?
See, that's a big problem in the West today. They're very focused on being victims. Victimhood, okay? Women can do no wrong. A man is evil because he exists. So just because a man is defending men in the sense of false accusations are not cool. She tries to flip the script and say, oh, well, since you were worried about false accusations, are you doing something that you worried about this? Ain't that some shit? Ain't that some shit? Like I'm not even surprised. She is really that angry, that bitter about her baggage or what the fuck happened to her. And the man is trying to have a civil conversation, which, you already know it's not really going to happen with a angry, bitter feminist. Just because he says false accusations are not cool, she tries to paint him as, are you asking these questions because you're worried about, false accusations? Why are you worried about false accusations? Do you worry about my feelings? Huh? Are you degrading all women that have been raped and wasn't believed? Never about accountability of women lying about rape. She was running around in circles so much, she might as well get a gold medal in mental gymnastics. I'm gonna see if I can watch it one more time.
I think every man should be reasonably concerned.
Do you not think it's a bigger issue that women are being raped than men that are being falsely accused?
I think they're both big issues.
Rape itself shouldn't even be anything. Like, rape shouldn't even exist in itself, let alone...
I agree.
I just think that even asking this is just offensive in itself. Do you feel like even asking these questions could be a little bit degrading to any woman that has been raped?
How is it degrading? How's it degrading?
And has not been believed?
How's it degrading? The question is, should false accusers of rape should be in trouble, be fined or be put to prison? Why would the actual victims be offended by that? They will be for it. They will be for it because the women that lies about rape is a slap in the face to the actual victims of rape. So yeah, punishing false accusers, they'll be all for it, 100%. But look at this mad little girl with so much baggage in her closet, she just can't wrap her head around it. She's like, oh, men defending other men? He must be worried about being falsely accused. What the fuck kind of... I won't even call it logic. I'm just going to say women. Let's continue.
I don't think it's degrading, no.
What if I had been raped and I wasn't believed? Now you're telling me that what you're saying.
Yeah,
You don't think-
If I'm telling you that, hey, false allegations are not cool, you should be happy about that. You should be happy about that. What the fuck? You see these fuck games that these model women are playing? Oh, well, what if you asked me that and I was a victim? You'll be ecstatic. You'll be for it. Putting women that never been through the traumatic experience that you've been through in prison for lying. It's crazy to me. Yeah, it's like that one chick on Chronic stream a couple days ago. Always these what ifs, all these possibilities, all these scenarios, always trying to move the goalposts to fit her own narrative. Just stick to reality for a fucking second. If somebody is LARPing about being a victim of a heinous crime, I'm sure you want that person in jail as well. But no, men bad because he is defending other men. So he must be an evil guy for even speaking about false allegations. Like, I can't understand it. I can't understand it.
think that would be offensive?
What do you think? What do you think I'm saying exactly? I think that we are losing the ability to ask the questions because people say my feelings are hurt or I feel offended. That's not enough reason to not have the conversation. But I think we should try and have the conversations respectfully.
Yeah, I don't understand why you're so passionate about it. Like, are you worried about false accusations being made about you?
I don't understand why you're so worried about it. Are you worried about false allegations being pointed towards you? Yeah, no fucking shit. Jesus Christ.
I think every man should be reasonably concerned.
Every man should be reasonably fucking concerned. Every man. That's why the red pill philosophy exists. That's why the men going their own way exist. Because the probability is too fucking huge of more and more women pointing fingers at men that they consider creeps, that they consider as being harassed just because the man approached her and she didn't like how the man looked. She's quick to ruin his reputation or worse. If you smash a Dash woman in the West, there's a huge chance that she will be spiteful and say that you raped her, even though there was a two-party consensus. There is a chance that your girlfriend or wife, God forbid, wife, wants to cause some bullshit in the home, want to call the police, and then claim that you committed domestic violence against her. It's crazy that these model women, they have these babies that are clearly not the fathers. They conceal that information and they constantly lie to the man that they're with, saying, yeah, this is your child, this is your child. But 3, 5, 10, 15, 20 years later, turns out the entire time he wasn't a father. And guess what? All these scenarios that I just mentioned, there's a 99.99% chance that nothing is going to happen to them. So what does that mean? That means that they will be more emboldened to do that shit again and again and again. There's no consequence in ruining a man's life. None. But they don't want us to talk about this. They want us to shut the fuck up and be obedient walking ATMs. That's the society we live in. That's a gynocentric system that we have to deal with. Judge, jury, and executioner. If we even exist the wrong way, bad things may happen to us. Why do you think that when these small group of men on social media platforms is like, hey, as a man, here are my horrible experiences in the dating game, or hey, this is why the court system and the divorce courts and all that shit is unfair to men. We need to make it more fair. Why do you think they're so quick to attack us to the point where we got a shit ton of track cucks? Ben Shapiro, Matt Walsh, the most recent one, Donovan Shart. Actually, no, he's a grifter. We got a bunch of track cucks, we got a bunch of grifters, and we got a shit ton of chameleons coming up into our spaces and distort the actual message that men are trying to give other men. They just waltzing up in here talking about, hey man, you just being paranoid, bro. You just need to learn how to pick up men. I meant not men. You just need to learn how to pick up women, all right? Buy my $3,000 course, and you are guaranteed to have the best time of your life with unlimited puniti. If it's not them, we're going to have the track cucks talking about, guys, listen. There's still women out there that appreciate traditionalism, all right? All right? You need to take a big risk, okay? Men are built for risk. You need to go out there and find the one and take that risk. Put that ring on her finger, okay? And just enjoy the ride. No matter what happens, just enjoy the ride, okay? Because without the traditional family unit, society is going to collapse. If it's not the grifters, if it's not the track hooks, now we're going to go to the chameleons. Hi, I'm not like these other women, okay? I am clearly the exception to the rule, and I understand how you guys are feeling. While they literally got their ass and titties out, when they literally Me Too'd a man in the past, when they literally raped a man in the past, took away his kids, still getting paid child support and alimony till this day. Single mothers, they don't even know where the father is. A few of these chameleons in our space are taking these mental health pills, mental health medications. We got all these groups out of nowhere coming up in here and trying to distort the actual message, trying to disrupt the conversation we're trying to have when it comes to male issues. I'm telling you right now, 2023, okay, we can all agree that men need to adapt. Okay, the traditional bullshit is dead. The traditional woman in the West, dead. Okay, all this, oh, you need to pick up game, you need to do this and do that. For the average men, that's dead. If you're still trying to go out there and mingle with the women and shit, hey, good luck. But just know there is a very high risk factor that's going on in society right now. That's on you. Because once again, I can't tell you what to do. I'm just giving you information for you to think about when you go out there into the world. I know a lot of you guys already know this, but I just have to repeat the information just so that they won't be bamboozled like the blue pill betas before us. They fell for it over and over again, but I don't blame them because they don't have the access to information that we have today. We have social media. We have Google. You can just look up my talking points, and then you can confirm if it's legit or not. The blue pills and the betas and shit, they didn't have that 30, 40, 50 years ago. They just believed whatever the community told them. And then they're just heartbroken when their marriage doesn't work out. Oh yeah, one more thing. I have to emphasize this. Don't believe the bullshit with women talking about, oh, yeah, actually, when it comes to divorces, the divorce rate is actually going down. So what about that, Sirius? Well, maybe the divorce rate is probably going down because more and more men are not getting married. How about you think about that? I'm going to end it with this, gentlemen. The system is against us. You can't deny that. I didn't even bring up the other 20, 30 points that I can think of to back up these claims. It's widespread. It's being normalized. It is only getting worse. It's only getting worse. Now we got the alphabet community attacking straight men because we are not attracted to them. You guys saw the various videos of trans women talking about, oh, you got to be transphobic if you don't want to sleep with me. What in the actual fuck? I'm just saying, gentlemen, I'm just keeping it real. Focus on yourself. Focus on yourself. Focus on what you need to do physically, mentally, emotionally, whatever you got to do. Put you first no matter what. Maybe you'll find a boo thing in the future. Maybe you'll have a different perspective about this entire philosophy in the future. Sure. But above all else, this advice remains. Put you as number one. Don't be a fucking simp. Don't be a bitch boy beta cuck kissing the feet of a mediocre middle-aged single mother that doesn't give a fuck if you die tomorrow. And yeah, I'm using that because they're becoming more and more common. Wait until 2030. You'll see what the fuck I'm talking about. It's insane to me, bro. It's insane to me. And more and more people are talking about the draft as well. I'll be damned if I fight for a society that hates my existence. I'm gonna let you know right now. But yeah, thank you very much for joining this stream. Thank you everybody that donated. If you still want to donate, links on top of the chat, Cash App /Sir or Super Chat. I believe this was a very productive stream. I see you guys in the chat. I see you guys being productive, but I don't want to keep you guys away too long. You know, I'm sure you guys got other shows to watch and all that stuff. So it's your boy Sir Yeetus. Thank you very much for being here tonight. I'll see if I can do a stream tomorrow or Thursday. You'll see it be scheduled. So I am out. Peace. And heed my warning carefully, gentlemen.